So I guess this is the swan song for Gospel of God Ministries here on Facebook. Hey guys, this is Tommy with Gospel of God Ministries. Hope everybody's doing well. So I guess this is the swan song for Gospel of God Ministries here on Facebook. We are officially going to be leaving Facebook and heading to other platforms because of 3 years worth of silencing by the Facebook corporation and their algorithm that they have set up. So I'm going to be answering 3 questions: why we are leaving Facebook, how you can keep up with Gospel of God Ministries, and then why you should leave Facebook also, even if you're not a Christian, but you just simply love freedom of speech. So in April 13th, 2018, we posted a video on Facebook, and we had over 7,500 engagements with this video. Now, September 20th on 2018 was the first time we began to see the suppression of freedom of speech. It was back in April 13th, 2018, where we were still getting thousands of engagements from people, but around September that year, they changed something, and we went from getting thousands of engagements with people to just hundreds. And so I knew something had happened, something had changed. Our content hadn't changed. Our people who followed us and liked our page hadn't changed. It was actually growing, but the numbers were getting less. So I knew something had changed in their algorithm. So in September 20th, 2018, I simply wanted to promote a picture of one of our brothers sharing the gospel out in front of the abortion mill to garner prayer support for what we're doing. Well, it was at that time that we received this message. I'm going to pull it up for you guys so you can see it. And they said this ad can't be run because you'll need to complete a new disclaimer process. We've strengthened our disclaimer requirements for ads about social issues, elections, and politics. Now, I don't know about you, but someone practicing their First Amendment right by sharing the truth of the gospel out in front of an abortion mill, that's not political. That's just their view, and that's what we were choosing to do. But needless to say, we did jump through their hoops. We sought to fill out a disclaimer form. They sent us a passcode in the mail. We opened it up, and we went through the process of filling out this disclaimer form. And on January 3rd, let me back up to September 20th. And this is the straw that broke the camel's back for me that just really kind of infuriated me. So this picture of Philip was just simply of him standing in front of another person having a conversation. And they would not let us promote that, would not let us give money toward the post so that more people could see it. But I was looking the same day, there was a satanic group that put together a mock abortion with red paint and slime, the baby coming out and ripping the baby, the plastic baby into pieces in front of a state capitol. It got promoted, and it was seen by thousands and thousands of people. I didn't let it infuriate me, but it was at that time I saw, wait a minute, something's not quite right here. So this has been going on since September 20th, 2018. We went from 7,500 people engaging with our post and things down to just a few hundred in a matter of months. And it wasn't that our people were not following our page or liking our page, because that kept growing, but yet engagement began to get smaller and smaller. So I knew something had to be going on. So in September 20th, 2018, we encountered that. I went through and filled out the disclaimer form, all these good things. So in January 3rd, 2019, I thought everything was fixed. I thought, all right, let's give it another chance. I wanted to promote a video of us preaching out in front of the local abortion mill. Well, it was rejected again. January 10th, 2019, same thing, went to promote a abortion, us preaching out in front of a local abortion mill. It was flagged and rejected as a political topic. February 21st, 2019, us engaging a young father out in front of the local abortion mill, me and Philip, rejected again. March 20th, 2019, I'm just going through this whole list so you will see how they're suppressing freedom of speech. I did a podcast on talking about how we end abortion on the state level. That podcast was not allowed to be promoted. It was rejected as political also. April 2nd, 2019, I posted a video of Zach Brady preaching or sharing at the local city council to end abortion. That video was rejected also, and they said it was political. Now, I'll keep this in mind. I've already filled out the disclaimer form, trying to do everything I can to show that, listen, I'm trying to jump through your hoops so that we can all get on the same page, but they're still rejecting it as political. And I've reached out a few times to Facebook, and they just kept giving me the same thing. I kept filling out the form, but they just kept rejecting them. May 22nd, 2019, Paul Ropnack, his daughter Daisy, came to the city council and spoke on behalf of African American children in the womb. She is an adopted young lady who's an African American, and it's a very powerful video. So I said, let me try to promote this video so more people can see that how powerful this video is coming out of a mouth of a young lady. And that was rejected on May 22nd, 2019. On November 5th, 2019, I had written a training curriculum for the abortion mill ministry, and that was on our website, and I did a brief commercial video for it, sharing it with our Facebook friends and audience, and it was rejected also, once again, as being political. I reached out, tried to do the disclaimer form again, and got nowhere with it also. So now that is a list of 7 times that this ministry was rejected for promoting our content because they said it was political after we filled out disclaimer forms and everything they've asked us to do. So now I said to myself, well, it's just the abortion topic. They don't like it. They don't want it publicized. They don't want to bring attention to the death of the African American children in the womb and little children of all ethnic groups in the womb. They don't want to let us to talk about this issue. They don't want to promote it. But this is what made me say, okay, they're completely suppressing freedom of speech in all different arenas now. They're not just suppressing abortion speech. They're now suppressing all types of speech. And there are 2 more types of speech that they suppressed from Gospel of God Ministries. On July 19th this year, 2020, I wrote an article critiquing the Black Lives Matter organization, making 2 distinct categories between Black Lives Matter and the Black Lives Matter ideology. The sentiment or the statement Black Lives Matter, which is true, versus the Black Lives Matter ideology that is a Marxist ideology that is running rampant like gangrene throughout some of our churches and throughout our culture. And I put that article on Facebook and went to promote the article, and guess what happened? They flagged it. It was political. Now, my friends, I don't know about you. I was just simply voicing my First Amendment right, critiquing what I was reading from the Black Lives Matter website and critiquing it with the Christian worldview. That is just simple freedom of speech. It's nothing political about it. I'm not running from office. I'm not running for government. I'm just simply sharing my view, but yet they flagged it for being political. On July 28, 2020, there was a video going around with these frontline doctors. It was a video with the frontline doctors talking about a medicine that they were using to combat COVID-19. Okay, and Facebook flagged it as false information. Now, they are a private-run company. They can do whatever they want to with their private-run company. I understand that. But they say they're for freedom of speech. But here's my issue. Even if all the frontline doctors are completely wrong, okay, they're wrong about this, their whole view on their theories about how to treat COVID-19. My issue is, why are they silencing a opposing voice or a dissenting voice who's giving a different view? That's my concern. If they were truly about freedom of speech, they will let all freedom of speech be heard, all voices be heard, and let the people make up their minds. So here's where I'm standing at the moment, and this is what I want to challenge you with under the topic of why I'm leaving Facebook. All right, so as we stated, or as I've stated, Facebook is a privately run company. Can't disagree with that, cannot argue with that. And they say they support freedom of speech. However, what they should say is they really support speech that they approve and allow to be promoted and shared. If they don't approve the speech, then they're not going to let it be spread and shared to people on Facebook. I mean, a few people will see them. I mean, I have had a few friends email me or call me or reach out to me and text and said, "Tommy, is Gospel of God Ministry still on Facebook? Are you still on Facebook?" And I said, "Yeah." They said, "We don't see any of your feeds or any of your content on our feed." And I said, "Yeah, we're still here." I mean, they actually had to manually go and click on our Facebook page to see any of our content. But that's not a big surprise because of what I was seeing in the past with them not allowing us to promote our content. Okay? You know, after this list I've shared, these 7 to 8 things where they would not allow us to promote our content, this is why we are choosing to leave Facebook. I think they're suppressing freedom of speech. I don't think they're being fair in how they are going about filtering who sees what and how much it gets seen. It's very, very, it's unfair. It's one-sided. They have an agenda that they're pushing, and it's very, very clear that they do not want anyone talking about abortion. They don't want anyone talking negatively about the Black Lives Matter organization. They don't want anyone talking positive about hydroxychloroquine at all. They don't want anyone talking positive about any other form of combating COVID-19 that is not propagated by the CDC or Dr. Fauci. This is clearly seen, and I want to challenge you, okay? I want you to think about this, okay? I want you to begin to process. And if you're a Christian, or you're not even a Christian, but you just love freedom of speech, I just laid out 7 to 8 cases for you to show you that they suppressed the freedom of speech from this ministry and from my personal Facebook account. This is why I am leaving Facebook. But so how can you keep up with Gospel of God Ministries? We're going to continue to do our live feeds. We're just going to be doing them on YouTube now. So we're going to be going live on YouTube. So we have over 1,400 people that like our Gospel of God Ministries Facebook page. If we could just get 75% of you to come over and subscribe to our YouTube page, it's simply type in Gospel of God Ministries on YouTube, and you will see our YouTube page. We only have 400 subscribers. If we get up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we can start to do some more things to promote the ministry and promote more people seeing it. But I could not, with a clear conscience anymore, stay on Facebook. We're going to miss some of you guys who connect with us on Facebook. That's why I'm really encouraging you to go to our YouTube channel and like us there, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell. That way you get a notification every time we post another YouTube video. But not only we're going to be on YouTube, there is this new social media outlet. Well, I don't want to talk about that quite yet. So I want to talk with you. Why should you leave Facebook? I know it's good to stay up with friends and oh man, you can constantly just scroll on Facebook, right? But let's be honest. How much of your time are you wasting on your Facebook page? Or how much time are you just wasting on Facebook in general, scrolling through, looking at silly memes or watching silly animal videos when you can be doing something more productive? Just a challenge there. And I'm pointing right back at me too. I've wasted too much of my time on Facebook at times also. But that's not the only reason why I want you to think through leaving Facebook. Maybe one, but not all. You know, if one nonprofit leaves Facebook, they haven't lost too much. I mean, on average, we gave them $300 to $400 a year in promoting our content, the content that they let us promote, right? But they haven't lost too much by losing just one nonprofit or even one person. However, if every Christian or every person who just simply loved freedom of speech and wanted to promote freedom of speech left Facebook, then you would hit them where it hurts. Because let me tell you what you're doing. Every time you use Facebook, you are promoting Facebook. Let me say it again. Every time you use Facebook, you are promoting Facebook. Their logo is being branded every time you post on Facebook, every time you talk about Facebook, every time you post a picture of your food or what you're doing or what you've read or whatever it may be, a funny video you've seen, you are promoting Facebook. And you are promoting people who are suppressing freedom of speech. Mark Zuckerberg or whatever his name is. I don't even know his last name really well. but you are helping flourish his ideology and his point of view. And it's time for you to stand up and to leave Facebook. I want you to leave Facebook because I want the people who love freedom of speech and I want people who love the gospel of Jesus Christ to stand up and go, you know what? I'm going to no longer be a part of these people silencing what I cherish dear. Even if you're not a Christian and you just love freedom of speech, you should want to leave Facebook just because they're censoring and they're squelching freedom or speech or silencing our freedoms to say what we want to say within a reasonable demeanor and being level-headed and calm and not attacking anyone for their life or anything like that. So that's why you should be leaving Facebook. But then let me pose another question. So what's the alternative? There is a new social media called Parler, P-A-R-L-E-R, Parler. Okay, it has 1.8 million members right now and is growing. I'm going to join Parler myself, and I want you to join me in becoming a member. And I think if we go there, I've been looking at it and using it a little bit. It's a little quirky and it's different, but they have not rejected anything I have put there yet. And I've put the same thing that I'm putting on Facebook on Parler, and Facebook is rejecting the stuff, but Parler is allowing it to stand up, or to stay up. So that's the reasons. I won't be doing any more podcasting live on Facebook after August 10th. I'm gone, and Gospel of God Ministries is going to transition completely off of Facebook. So as I said, if you want to keep up with us, go on to Parler or go on to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube page and catch our YouTube videos there. We will be going live like we've been doing before here on Facebook. We'll transition the podcast, the live podcast, over to YouTube also. So you can still catch us, but we are getting off this communist, suppressive type of platform here on Facebook so we can have the freedom to speak and not be suppressed for our freedom of speech. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. You know what I'm going to say. Go out and proclaim the gospel, see a life transformed, because the truth worth proclaiming is the truth that transforms. We'll see you guys soon on YouTube or Parler. See you soon. Bye-bye.